Professional wrestling fans, the time is here. Pro wrestling returns tomorrow night in Houston, Delaware, as 1CW is back in business, and the Heart Killer Chris Wylde gets Robbie Radke in a grudge match that I've been waiting over a month for. Oh, Robbie Radke, brother, after you hit me with that cheap shot last month, it really made my All-American blood boil. And tomorrow night, when I get you in that ring, I'm going to beat you within an inch of your life, and I'm going to be unfiltered, uncensored, and unwilling to lose. So, Robbie Radke, I just have one question. What you going to do when Chris gets wild? Yeah. You know, this garage symbolizes a lot of different things for the Heart Killer Chris Wylde. This is the place that I came to get those workouts in. This is the place that I came to get my mind at ease when it was all taken away from us. You know, I got to be honest with you. I was not going to speak on this issue. I was going to let all my rage, I was going to let all my talking be done in the ring tomorrow night in Houston, Delaware, when I face Robbie Radke in a match that I personally asked for. And you know what? I've gotten a lot of questions. I've got the 1CW production team wanting to come down here and film, and I declined their offer because the answer to their questions are something that some people might not want to hear. And the questions are, why am I so upset? Why am I so angry? I've been in this thing for a long time. I've been screwed over for titles before. I've been disrespected before. Why is this any different? Why is this rage so much more than all of the others have been? And let me jog your memory. See, after the last 1CW event, Robbie Radke, who was a special referee in my match against Travis Banks for the Heritage Championship, hit me with a cheap shot and cost me the title as I was just seconds away from defeating Travis Banks. I walked through that curtain and I was mad. I was angry. And it was different this time. And it was more than all the other ones. I couldn't put my finger on why until I walked through the locker room. And it almost happened in slow motion for me as I looked into the faces, into the eyes of all the men and women, all the athletes in that 1CW locker room that were just overjoyed, that were just happy to be back after a year-long pandemic took away everything that we know and love, that took away the business that we know and love. These men and women were just happy to have it back. And that's when I thought about Robbie Radke. It's time for some truths, Robbie, because right now I'm speaking to you. You see, a year ago, pre-pandemic, I faced you one-on-one in the ring, and after that match, shortly after that match, you decided to take your ball and to quit. And I don't know if there's anything that I hate more in life than a quitter. You see, I don't quit. People that have passion don't quit. The men and women in that locker room never quit. They held out hope that there would be one time that they would be able to get back into that ring, that one time things would be able to be back to normal. And now that everything seems to be going our way, now that 1CW is officially back in business, all the mandates lifted, now Robbie Radke wants to weasel his way back into the professional wrestling business at the expense of the Heart Killer Chris Wylde. That's something I cannot stand. That is a mindset that I absolutely despise. I don't like quitters, and I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that Robbie Radke has no talent. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that Robbie Radke is not a good professional wrestler, because it's quite the opposite. I think Robbie Radke is one of the most talented men I've ever met. He's one of the most talented professional wrestlers I've ever been in the ring with. And he had all that talent, all that youth, and he threw it all away, and he quit because a couple things didn't go his way. You know, I've got this voice inside my body. I don't know if it's in my heart or in my head, and I think we all have it. And mine screams at me to pursue greatness, screams at me to achieve greatness. And I sometimes am apologetic for it because it manipulates the way I react or act to certain situations, which is another reason why I didn't want to do this. But yesterday, my hand was forced when Robbie Radke went to social media and said that he's back and he's ready to hit the highways and the byways. Being back is something I don't know anything about because I've always been here. I've never quit. When I had a bone sticking out of my wrist in Atlantic City after a match with Joe Gacy, I never quit. I still came back. This is all I could think about. The professional wrestling business is a passion that is in the air that I breathe. It might as well be in my blood. You see, greatness, a career in professional wrestling, doesn't come from sitting on your couch, playing with your toys, and watching pay-per-view while eating junk food. No, it's forged in the fires in that professional wrestling ring by brave men and women like myself that are able to get in that ring and bare their naked soul for the whole world to see. That are willing to get burned. That are willing to be humiliated. that are willing to get the shit kicked out of them only to pick their mangled ass up and be ready for the next road, the next day, and the next enemy. Robbie Radke, there's two things that you're missing. There's two things that you might have always been missing that I just didn't see because I thought you were so talented. And that's passion and will. Because you have absolutely none of it. No, the guy that I wrestled a year ago, he didn't change. He's still there. I can tell in your eyes without the conviction in your brother promo. I can tell that I'm facing the exact same guy that I faced a year ago, over a year ago. This is not, and let me say this to you, and let me try to make this as clear as I possibly can. This is not a hobby. It's not something that you can leave and come back, Because guys like myself, guys like everyone in that locker room, this is something that when it's taken away from us, we starve. When it's taken away from us, we're different people and we only look to the next match, no matter how long away it is. Tomorrow night, you get the best of the Heart Killer, Chris Wylde. And I'm not going to try to make this a long match. I'm not going to try to make this a wrestling classic. I'm going to try to end this quick and make you quit once again, to end your professional wrestling career and the disrespect that you showed each and every man and woman that walked in that locker room that day last month. We are officially back in business, and Robbie Radke, you might be back for this match, but it's not going to last for long. You took your cheap shot. You know, a great person in this business once said, don't throw rocks at a guy with a machine gun. Well, I'm not coming with machine guns. I'm not coming with rocks. I'm coming with matches, because I'm going to burn that new school down, and the last shot you're going to hear is the one that kills your wrestling career for good. Ha, ha,